Yeah, I was trying something out there. Um, I was supposed to do my stand-up predictions, my standard predictions. Actually, what delayed me? I haven't done my predictions and my live predictions, and I think I might do them tomorrow. Even though tomorrow I have to make the UFC 300 prediction video. But basically, what I'm going to try and do right now is for UFC 300, I'm going to predict every single fight on the card. So, and I'm going to order them, or I'm going to predict them in the order that I feel like they should have been placed um, on the actual card of the UFC, right? So I'm going to start all 13 of them. Obviously, the main event, I'm going to do it next week, but I'm going to cover all the 13 fights on UFC 300 up until next week. And then next week, I'm going to do like a final prediction and breakdown of all the fights in one video. But up until next week, I'm going to do what two maybe or three in a day live streams. Obviously, I'm going to be posting like my predictions as normal on my shorts section of the channel, right? So let me get down and try and break down this particular fight. Um, Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. This is a very interesting, okay, not interesting fight. I'm lying. The women's division is the mere fact that Jessica Andrade was champion. It shows how much talent is required in the UFC. Um, I'm in South Africa, my man. Like I'm based and I live in South Africa. Um, so Jessica Andrade, despite the fact that I don't feel like she's the greatest fighter, but I think she has an advantage to some extent, right? Number one, I feel like even though a lot of people might not feel the same way, I think age impacts statistically. Let me not even say my feelings. Statistically speaking, age plays a massive factor into how athletes perform in the UFC, right? But because Marina Rodriguez, which is crazy, because Jessica Andrade has been champion and has had what is seemingly a long career, but Jessica Andrade is actually 32 and Marina Rodriguez is like 36, which is crazy because in my head I was like probably it's vice versa, but no. Jessica Andrade is actually younger, which is insane to think about. So in this fight, I think Jessica Andrade has good striking abilities. Not good, I think average, but they are better or maybe equal to that of Marina Rodriguez. My biggest concern with that is that Marina Rodriguez does not get hit a lot. But another thing is that she doesn't throw a lot. Jessica Andrade throws a lot, but she gets hit a lot. But at least the danger of a power shot landing is not as big on Marina Rodriguez's side as it is on Jessica Andrade. So when in terms of striking volume, um, Jessica Andrade leads, right? But when we get to how many shots land on them, like I think Marina Rodriguez absorbs a little less than what Jessica Andrade absorbs. So to simplify it, basically what I'm saying is Jessica Andrade probably throws as much as she receives punches. So if she throws 100 punches, most likely, um, what do you call it? 80 of those 100 strikes that she threw, she'll get 80 back. 80 will land on her face. So I think that might play a role in this. I know Marina Rodriguez is able to take the fight to the ground, but I think Jessica Andrade has decent takedown defense. Um, Tatiana Suarez struggled a little bit with her. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Tatiana Suarez only got to submit Jessica Andrade in the second round, if I'm not mistaken. So that's testament to how difficult it is to take her down. Um, but nonetheless, I feel like Jessica Andrade will have the advantage when it comes to. I don't know if I should say striking defense because it's difficult. She's good defensively, but the problem is she it's because she throws a lot and she a lot lands on her. On the other hand, I can't necessarily say Marina Rodriguez has the advantage because she doesn't throw that much. But on the upside is that not much lands on her. And then when it goes to the ground, or rather, when it comes to the power, obviously we know that Jessica Andrade has the power advantage. And then finishing abilities, obviously Jessica Andrade has the advantage in that particular area. I am from South Africa, guys. Why you guys? You look like Ray J with low immunity. Okay, fine. Um, so when it comes to grappling, I don't know. I think Jessica Andrade is better defensively. I think her takedown defense is significantly better than that of Marina Rodriguez. And I think Jessica Andrade's takedown offense, or rather accuracy, is significantly higher um, than that of Marina Rodriguez. So on the feet, it might be equal because of the fact that Marina Rodriguez does not throw a lot, but she is good defensively. It's hard to hit her. Jessica Andrade throws a lot, but it's also easy to hit her. But she has the power. So even if she throws a lot, and even if Marina Rodriguez is able to land some shots, I don't think they are going to be able to knock her down. So on the feet, it might be equal. So we might see Jessica Andrade maybe taking this fight to the ground. Um, do I think it's going to go to a decision? Let me see. It's women's MMA, so you never know. But I mean, Marina Rodriguez actually has a win over Yan Zhaonan, who's now fighting for the championship at their division at strawweight. I think they're at strawweight, right? Yeah, they're at strawweight. Um, Yan Zhaonan is actually fighting for a belt, and Jesse, but again, what do you call her? Marina Rodriguez actually beat her. I think Marina Rodriguez also beat what do you call her? Mackenzie Dern. You know, so she has good wins. So it's going to be a little bit a challenge. I think where the fight will be won, or the advantage will be for Jessica Andrade, because I think on the feet it will be even. But if she manages, or if she has the IQ to actually try to take the fight to the ground, I think that's where she will have the advantage. Um, so that's basically why my official pick, especially if you look at, even if, oh, I don't think I've posted my predictions on my shorts section, but my official pick is going to be Jessica Andrade. I'm going to be releasing predictions on on the shorts section of the channel, if you don't already know, um, tomorrow. I don't know where you are in the world, but tomorrow I'm going to be releasing them. But I'm going to be doing these individual breakdowns of every single fight on UFC 300. Um, it gives me the opportunity to actually break down the fight a little bit more and make it as detailed as possible. But I think I've said enough. In terms of striking, Jessica Andrade throws a lot. In terms of defense, Marina Rodriguez is able to evade a lot of shots. In terms of power, Jessica Andrade has the advantage. On the feet, what I think is going to happen it's going to be an equal fight. And then when it comes to grappling, I think Jessica Andrade is good defensively. I don't see Marina Rodriguez being able to take her down. And then offensively, I think Jessica Andrade is going to be able to take down Marina Rodriguez. So yeah, I think the next fight that I'm going to be predicting will be maybe Holly Holm versus what do you call Kayla Harrison. So I'm going to be doing all of them individually, and then after I'm done doing them individually, I'm going to do like one final prediction of all of them. Um, Especially now because I will have done them individually. I think I will be able to give you a little bit more information when I do my final prediction. I'm super excited. I've never done this for any card, but UFC 300 deserves it because despite the fact that they didn't give us the main event that we wanted, um, I still think it's probably the best card that I've ever seen for as long as I've been watching the UFC, which hasn't been that long. So like maybe my opinion on that is not that great, but I think it deserves for me to actually do breakdowns for every individual fight. I'll see you tomorrow when I do my final predictions for the Saturday card. Um, what is it? Ellen versus Curtis, but it's not an exciting fight. There are maybe two um, fights that I'm excited about, but those kind of cards usually end up delivering. You get a lot of finishes, or you get a lot of very high level fights. So ultimately, I'm an MMA fan, so I'll watch it even if I'm not excited. But yeah, I have interviewed. If you don't already know, also I'm interviewing EFC champions on the channel. Already there are interviews already on the channel, and I'm going to do it once a week from now on for the foreseeable future. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. I appreciate and love you. Deuces.